Are we on the air?
Yes.
6:30
We are.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's time for another live stream. These streams happen weekly, always at the same time, unless we
Somebody
say,
dies.
unless something
Somebody
happens. But
dies.
then we usually
Unless somebody dies.
let you know. So, what is there anything you want to say starting off, or?
I'm just doing something different today. Usually I ink on the live stream. When I do the silent streams, I do mostly inking, but sometimes I'll do sketching or coloring. But today I wanted to do some coloring because I've never done that on the stream. So I think it's a good idea to show my digital coloring process a little bit and maybe talk about it. But first, instead of showing a book, I think I'll show some of my coloring influences. And let me switch to the Wacom. Okay, it's just in the middle of the screen because I'm using a horizontal, vertical layout for the Wacom.
Yeah, portrait.
Yeah. So this is Paul Gauguin. So I think I know this artist since I remember myself because my mother, I think it's my mother's favorite artist.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And in terms of colors, so he uses very saturated colors, but sometimes it looks like
cool.
here, for
Yeah,
example,
that's cool.
this looks desaturated, but it's like the ground, he colors the image like not in the natural colors of the objects. So I think it makes it more interesting. Like here, another example. And here, where the clothing is with the colors pop, very saturated colors. So the next example is Milton Glaser, who was he was a graphic designer actually. He designed this logo, the I Love New York, and I think also the DC Comics logo. I think. So again, it's like very saturated colors that it looks at first that they don't really actually fit each other. It looks a little bit like a mess, like weird. But I really like the oversaturation and the use of very bold colors.
Hi, Jamie. We're doing good. How have you been?
Hi, Jamie.
Anyone else watching? Just say hi in the chat. We'll say hi back.
So this is Yoshitaka Amano. It's the artist of Final Fantasy. So he's more recent, but I really like this.
Nice composition.
Yeah, I'm not gonna zoom in on the images because I think because we were just talking about colors, I think it's maybe more interesting to view it like in a thumbnail because you can sense the color idea.
Right. Well, that's
And
cool.
it doesn't like the forms don't confuse you. You just see the colors in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
So also, I really like the fact that he uses sometimes very desaturated colors. I think he uses watercolors.
This looks like an anime version of Lion-O from Thundercats.
Yeah, probably older than that.
Yeah.
So the sword, for example, here is very dark and saturated, and the face is brighter, and it helps to indicate depth.
Mm-hmm.
This is the front and main subject.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Gustav Klimt. Also, colors are very different, so his choices also it looks like a mess a little bit, but I find it more interesting because like doing all the obvious choices like
Opposing
complementary
colors, yeah.
colors and stuff like that, this works. But I want to get over it and move to a different place with colors.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all the time the Mobius complementary colors and the stuff that works for sure. I think it's interesting to the choices that are like here, the orange here and the blue background.
Yeah. Even those are colors that are supposed to
But they are not because this is more teal.
teal, yeah.
But so Klimt also used the gold flakes and all
Yeah.
kind of different materials with the colors.
Mm-hmm.
So also very interesting.
Yeah, gold leaf.
Yeah, and Jack Kirby, of course, everybody knows him from the comic work, but he's done a few illustrations with the very psychedelic feel. So it's a bunch of illustrations. I don't remember actually what they were for. I think some sort of it wasn't a comic book. It was illustration work, maybe for music. I don't remember. But it's a bunch of work that it looks very. The colors, all the colors here are maximum saturation, right?
Yeah. Yep. Looks like it.
And it looks like it gives a psychedelic feel, but I really like the way it works together. Like the images look. This is amazing, by the way. I think it's his best work ever.
That reminds me of MTV.
Yeah, I don't think this is Jack Kirby though. It looks like this is Jack Kirby.
I think so, yeah.
Some of them are probably by other artists that were influenced by him. So David Hockney just recently died. Also, look at this, for example. Like some of the colors are more saturated, and here you see it in the reds. It makes these specific parts of the image really more strong,
Especially on the blue
ones.
background, because
Yeah,
red on blue or blue on red really tends to
and
fool
the
the
teal
brain.
in the mid, on the ground, and the light blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It almost makes the color look like it's lifting off the page, like the red is floating on top of the
yeah. Also
page.
here, this is probably his most famous painting.
Yeah.
The colors are almost surreal. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of realistic,
Yeah.
but it's the colors make it feel surreal.
Oh, Jamie, you
Is
have a heat wave in the UK? Is it bad?
So this is Kai Nielsen. I think we talked about him before on the stream. He was an illustrator who worked with yeah. He worked on Disney's Fantasia,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the only thing that is very known by him. Also, I really like the colors here. Like this is very, very strong here, and it gradually goes to show the face here, and the face is very
Pale.
pale compared to the whatever that it must be the moon,
The
maybe,
sun,
or a
maybe.
sun background.
Yeah.
And RS Sheriffs also, I talked about him before. Most of his works are black and white.
Yeah.
But he did the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam.
Yeah.
I think we showed the book here.
We did.
So the colors here are very interesting. Also because it's some of it is not actually color, it's like texture. Like the background here. And the color choices are, look at this, for example. It looks like it was colored very saturated, but then there's some sort of a layer that makes everything a little bit brown. Almost like
sepia.
Yeah, almost like he used Photoshop to make it a little more, yeah.
That's so cool.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the use of colors that don't look like they're gonna fit together.
It's easy to make that not work though, because there's a way to make colors that aren't supposed to work together, and then there's like just mess.
Yeah, of course.
So
the other one is Tomer Hanuka, which is I think is he works today. He's done I think he's done a few comic books, but not a lot. I think he works mostly in the gaming industry. But I really like his graphic style. So it's almost like cell. It's almost like flat coloring.
Yeah.
But he does some, like in some areas, shadows. Basically one or two colors. Makes it look very graphic. But mostly he uses complementary colors.
Yeah.
Like you see in most of the images, it's like colors that look very, very good together.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think I remember one image that he has done that was like the colors looked as if they don't fit at all. There's no color was, I don't see it here, but the entire image somehow worked. And I really like the way he has done that. I can't
Was
find
it
it.
that?
This?
Maybe? No, this looks like it goes together.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that. It was yeah, I can't find it here. I think this is one of his comics.
Yes.
I had it. But you can see it's yeah, here maybe. Like the brown doesn't really work with the purple here. They look a bit weird together, but the entire image somehow works. Here as well, maybe. Like the pink here with the blue, it looks a little bit weird.
Yeah.
But the image like works. And the blacks, like the face here is completely black. It's very...
It's as if to say that that character is not important.
Yeah, but in very interesting choices.
Just a silhouette for a head and no detail.
Yeah, this is also very nice. So he's like a master of colors, I think. He chooses colors like in a way that I didn't see anybody else do that. It's, look at this, for example. Very poster
esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was, I think this was a cover for Vogue or something, wasn't it?
He's done a couple of covers for The New Yorker, I think.
Oh, maybe The New Yorker.
And a lot of covers for cinema, for movies.
Like posters.
Yeah, posters. Yeah, but that's basically everything I got now here to show. And so I thought I'm gonna do this image that you see here, which is from Helix Sky.
Just let them know what they're looking at now, because these colors are not...
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna explain everything. Just let me try to show the inks. I don't know if I've done this specific page on the stream or not. Maybe I did. I don't remember, but it's part of the... It's actually a part of the... You know what? Let's maybe show first the other images, because I have a couple of images that are ready from Helix Sky, and they are... Every scene is colored differently. So this is a scene that it's like the dream sequence in the story. So the colors are specific, and they're supposed to be a little bit more like pleasant, maybe. But I have basically two different types of coloring, more than two, but two main ones. So they're this. I think I've done this page on the stream,
Yes,
because we talked about this character.
Yeah.
This is like the more desaturated, because it's depicting more of the like regular story that happens, more of the dialogue pages, and things that are less action oriented, maybe. So it's more like it's colored, the colors are more realistic, so it's skin color basically, more or less. So we have these two examples. I think this is the first page. And
can I just say that I haven't seen those? I hadn't seen... Can you show the page that you showed previously?
Yeah.
I hadn't seen these pages colored before. This is my first time looking at it, and I absolutely love these colors together.
Yeah.
That like sort of desaturated skin tone next to the blue that's also not very strong, and then the teal.
Sometimes she has like a little bit of blue on the face.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And we have this, which is the same type of scene. We have the night scenes. This is supposed to indicate like that it's happening during the night. And I think I also inked this page on the stream.
Yes.
And the other example is this is supposed to be like something like a flashback or a memory. And that's the reason it's only one color. But I do also do some shading a little bit.
Yeah, and only their eyes are white, right? Everything else is like toned.
Their eyes are not white.
Well, gray, light gray.
I think it's pink if you like.
Oh, so I guess the brain tricks you into thinking it's gray. But I mean, there's no upper tones in this page. It's all pretty dark.
Yeah. Because it's supposed to be very clear that it's a memory. And we have the action scene. So the action and the chase that is going on through the story is gonna look like this. So basically, I need to make this look like this, which is this is the first, I think it's the first of the chase scenes, and this is the one before the one that we see here. So after I ink it, it looks like this. It's actually two A3s stitched together digitally. So I send it to my flatter, and he does the flatting.
Your flat earther?
My flat earther. So basically I get 2 layers from him, which one layer is the flat colors, and the other layer is the depth. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go over the flats, and I already see some mistakes that he made. I can make the flat layer the layer that is highlights highlighted,
Hmm.
and it's easier that way to change the colors. So I see that he made her bold, so I'm gonna just
Fill it in.
correct that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good flatterer. His name is Adi Owen, but sometimes I need to go over his stuff. Like here, for example, the eyes are not in a different. The thing about flatting is you need to use the same colors like everywhere.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be a mess. Also, he doesn't really get the way I draw eyes here, so
It looks like he's just been filling in regions that he thought might be.
yeah, mostly he's okay. So sometimes you see it's not. I have to correct it, but it's easier than doing the entire thing myself,
Yeah.
which is very time consuming.
Yes.
Like all the different.
What about so on the previous frame that you were looking at, because you use continuous lines and swirls?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it took me some time. He is always confused by that.
yeah.
And even myself, I don't really know how
So
to.
let's say
Yeah,
here,
here, for
that looks
example.
like a hole,
Yeah,
right?
I usually feel it.
Right.
Like do this.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
This makes more
Yeah,
sense.
makes more sense.
And here, yeah, forgot about that.
Good thing I'm here.
Yeah, it happens because it's hard for him to understand my lines. But yeah, basically it's supposed to be like this. But these are very small panels here, so it's not that. You can be a little less accurate here because it's not that it's not gonna be big on the page.
Right.
Also, he didn't do his hair, so I need to add here a different color for the hair.
Is this tool, does it have some sort of AI for,
No,
but how does it
just
know
the
how to
last
stay
one.
behind the ink?
Oh, because
Or the ink is just on top?
the ink is on top. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
This is how it looks without the inks,
Yeah.
and this is with.
So far, you haven't even started coloring yet. You're
No,
just
I'm just
repairing
correcting
some of
the
the issues with the
problems.
flats.
Yeah.
So just to make if you're listening or watching and you're not sure why the flats are important, I'm just going to say that it's so much easier to color when you have areas already separated out for you. They don't necessarily, the colors that Nir's filling in now aren't necessarily the final colors or even close to the final colors in
No.
some cases. They're just there so that the image is broken up for him and ready to be colored.
Yeah.
I think you also have some skin
Yeah.
missing.
By the way, sometimes I use the selection tool
On the hand too.
to select the colors.
Oh yeah, that is one crazy thumb. That's very cool.
What?
The thumb.
The thumb is only here, like this.
Oh, what's the
Oh, this is the
Oh, I
pinky.
see, I see. The fingers are wrapping around the railing. Okay. I thought it was like a really surreal psychedelic thumb.
There's also another option. I can do the lines like this.
Yeah.
Like draw the line over the dotted line in the inks and then fill it in like this. It's also a possibility.
Sevens October says, beautiful work. Thank you for sharing. Also, thank you for the art that you sent me. So Sevens won the raffle last time,
Oh,
remember?
okay. Did you get it?
Yep. Sounds like they got it.
Cool. That's very cool.
Jamie says that there's a heat wave there, but it's not that bad. It's 35 degrees. He's just not used to it.
35 seems bad.
I mean, I really do think that the UK rarely has days that are that hot. Maybe just 1 or 2 a year, maybe more over the past decade. I'm not sure, but
yeah, climate change and everything.
yeah. So here it
35
seems
is a lot.
where we are in North America, it feels like it's getting colder because we just had one of the worst winters over the past, what, 15 years? What did they say? And now the summer is also
but
a mild summer, so it's not as hot as it used to be. So that's also, is it cooling up here? What's
No, it's
happening?
not. I don't think it's a trend. I think it's just specifically this winter.
Yeah. It also could be that just the climate is becoming, because of all of the input that humanity has, it's just becoming weird, like it's becoming stranger. Some areas are getting hotter, some areas are having like more turbulent weather systems.
Yeah, but if you see the
Overall,
if you see overall the data here,
yeah.
it's getting warmer.
Mm-hmm. I
It's not getting colder.
definitely remember the winters in Ontario being colder, but I don't know if that's an artifact of me being a child and not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's like when you're a kid, when you return as an adult to a place that you visited when you were a child, or like a school that you went to,
Yeah.
it seems so much smaller to you.
Yeah.
Maybe that's also part of it. I think the knee pad is not supposed to be skin colored, probably.
Yeah, because he did it like in this color before. Yeah, I need to talk to him maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not that bad.
no, it's not bad. There are bound to be errors.
Yeah. Yeah, but the easiest thing is to just get the flats and start working.
Right. But you go over them anyway.
Usually, no,
No.
not all the time. If I see that if I don't see like any mistakes at all,
Yeah.
then I don't need to go over them.
But the only way for you to see a mistake is to go over it.
No, I'm just looking and I see
Yeah.
that I don't find anything like because I can do the correction after the coloring.
Yeah,
after I
or
start
during the coloring, right?
Yeah.
And do you ever do that?
Yeah, sometimes.
That happens too.
Yeah, but these are very like big mistakes, like the hair
That's
when
missing.
it's missing. That's gonna be annoying to do afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But I also understand him because it's my inks are a bit hard to understand, right?
Right. And then having it colored correctly is what helps the readers understand what's going on.
Yeah, even though you can understand what's going on without the colors at all.
Yes.
It's just making them more, maybe more commercial. I don't know.
More, I guess, easily readable.
Yeah. And I think people, especially in North America and maybe also Europe, we mostly never do black and white. So in Japan, they mostly only do black and white comics.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Whoopsie. What was that?
And that was
Symmetry or something?
no, the
Gradient
gradient
tool?
tool.
Mm-hmm.
So this is another mistake that's going to be annoying afterwards if I don't correct it now. Like the eyes that are, but it's a bit hard to read what I'm doing here with the lines because it's very stylized. Okay, I think it's mostly.
There's some skin coming out of the lines on the left. There and above that too. I feel like a backseat pilot. What's it called? Passenger seat driver. What is it called?
What?
When you sit beside the driver and you constantly say like, you give.
Okay, I don't mind.
Yeah.
It helps.
I've been doing something very technical over the past 2 weeks. And so this seems like a vacation to me, like coloring things in.
Oh yeah, it's also I feel like a vacation.
Yeah.
Coloring, I think it's not easy, but it's less, you need to use your brain less than the other stuff. Okay, I think we're
Other parts of the process, like inking, for instance, or
Inking is also a bit, it's easier for thinking, but coloring is even, I think it's the easiest. Okay, so this is the flats corrected. And now I also get from him depth map. So the depth map is supposed to indicate whatever is close to the camera is going to be darker, and what's very far is going to be brighter, and it helps me to indicate depth afterwards.
Yeah.
I also gonna correct some stuff here because this is not supposed to be like this. For example, it's supposed to be almost the same because it's almost the same location as the building here. Maybe just a little bit darker, but not a lot. And also the, like here, for example, the character is almost same, the same gray as the background. I'm gonna select everything and just make him a little bit more darker, like this, maybe. Oh, forgot his knee pads here. Okay, sometimes I just like hide the ink layer just to see if the depth works. And I'm gonna select all the characters here, and I think I'm gonna do the like the big faces here just a little bit darker, just to separate them a little bit more. Like
Backseat driver, right? Correct, Jamie.
This is a bit like more close to the viewer, to the camera. So it's supposed to be just a bit darker. And this as well.
And also you're looking at the inks on top of the depth map.
Yeah, so I said sometimes I just hide it to see the depth. And another thing I can do is, first of all, this is not supposed to be that dark. Looks weird also here. These are just a little bit too dark. It's background, so it's supposed to be
more or less on the same level.
Yeah. Let's just do brightness.
The top.
Just a little bit. And I think overall the background should be a little bit darker. So I'll do a selection of all the characters.
And reverse it.
Yeah, and just do a reverse selection. Is that all the characters? Yeah. And I'll do a reverse invert selection and just do the brightness a little bit more for the background. Yeah, that's better. So I think we have something here and here. What is this? I don't know. It's too dark.
It's in the background, right?
Yeah, it's too dark. It's just windows and all kinds of other stuff. That could be.
So what would be an example of you using the depth map?
I'm gonna show in a minute. Maybe I want a separation between the characters and the AC units here.
Right.
Where's my mouse? Sometimes and by the way, I'm using a Wacom.
A tablet.
Yeah, it's a Wacom 1. It's not a tablet. It doesn't work without a computer. It's just a Wacom. It's called Wacom 1. One of the recent ones. Also here we have some windows that aren't supposed to be that dark. I'm selecting the colors of the building and just doing the windows just a little bit darker than the buildings themselves. Okay.
So there's some depth, but it doesn't look like it's out of place.
Yeah. I think we're... What is this?
It's a skateboard. Maybe.
This is a character. This is okay. This is okay. I think we're probably okay. This is a bit dark.
Yeah. How do you know that, let's say you selected this color now, how do you know it's not selecting the same color elsewhere outside of the view?
I'm only doing this.
Oh, I see. Right. You fill it in.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Afterwards.
Yeah. Okay, so we're basically done. And now I'm gonna do a magic trick, and I can't really talk about it because it will take forever. It's an action script that I wrote. Recorded. And basically it does something that I'll talk about after it works. Okay, it's gonna take just a few seconds, and yeah, now it's done. So I'm gonna just speak about what it does quickly. And yeah, I think that's it. Okay. First of all, it saves the flats and the depth map separately. Then it creates two layers above the, let's just hide everything. So you'll see, this is the flats. It just duplicates the flat layer. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna use a tool that's called gradient map. Photoshop has it and every software has it. And I organized like the colors that I'm using for this scene. So it basically automatically changes the colors to the colors that I want to use in the scene. And I can like switch the... That's okay. It's just to help me shorten the process of like choosing the correct colors. I'm gonna change things afterwards, of course, but it's basically a start point that is quicker than doing it all over again. And then it creates another layer, and it's a duplicate of the layer of the depth map. And I'm gonna use it as a linear light object, which is basically what it does, everything that is bright is gonna be like more, everything that is supposed to be far is gonna be bright. I think it's the wrong layer. It's basically a duplicate of this layer. Okay, I'm gonna choose linear light, and you see if it's on full opacity, then the characters in the front are dark and the background is very light. But this is too strong, and I'm gonna lower the opacity to make it a bit. But you can see I can control the depth of the scene. You can see it like it looks like the background is more far away a little bit. It's not ready yet. And I have a different layer that it basically does the same thing, but with two layers, it's easier to control things because I can, with this layer, I can control the background more. If I want to do like a very, even more like light backgrounds. And with this layer, I can control the characters more. So eventually I can use both layers to determine how much I want to use the depth for it. And the last thing it does is it makes the over the layer of the inks, because I'm also coloring the inks themselves, it needs to be over the layer of the inks. and I give it a color, and the color is one of the colors of the same palette, same color palette. I think it's this one.
Maybe.
Oh, you know what? I think I made a mistake. I'm supposed to use this color.
Pink, purple,
palette.
and
Yeah.
green, gray.
So let's do it again. I'm gonna clone the layer of the flats again. And we'll do a gradient map.
Yeah.
And I'll choose.
So
where is it?
It looks like it might be.
I think it's this.
This doesn't have pink in it though.
Maybe I didn't save it?
Maybe. No, that one doesn't have the skin tone.
Let's take it from here. So it's these colors.
Oh, here they are. That's the line. Yeah, this one.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Like purple, pink, blue, orange. But do I have it in here?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay, let's make it. It's easy. It's I can show it on the screen here. So we have it. It's basically a gradient map. And I'm gonna choose the colors. Like the dark one is gonna be purple. Sometimes it doesn't really wanna, because I don't want the gradients, right? I only want the colors themselves.
You want it stepped and not gradual.
Stepped and not gradual.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So I'm gonna do the colors like this, this, and the last one is this. Now we have the gradient map.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get back to the image, which is this, and now I'm gonna do the gradient map. Tonal correction, gradient map, and I'm gonna choose this. Let's see if it's better like this or like this.
This is the skin. No. This, yeah.
It doesn't really matter. It's just to make my coloring work faster just a little bit. So now, okay, so I did everything. Now I just need to choose the, yeah, this is over the inks. It's the same purple. And so the inks, there's another layer over the inks, which is, again, a duplicate of the depth layer, which is just indicating whatever is far away. Again, it's going to be lighter, and whatever is close to the camera is going to be darker.
For the ink.
For the ink, only for the ink. If I turn it off, it looks like this. If I turn it on, it looks like this. But this is obviously too much. It's too bright.
Right.
So I need to change the. I'll do it with a curve because it's easier. I'm just gonna make it darker.
Right.
And maybe just give it
brighten the midtones.
Yeah, just a little bit, because I want to make the background very bright here.
Yeah.
And the characters very dark. It's just to help the reader understand what he sees. And that's the only reason for it. Maybe the background is a little bit too.
Yeah.
I think that works more or less.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have everything ready, and I just need to change the colors of the image. So I just go up, and I use the selection tool, but the selection is using the reference, because the reference has a light, it uses a lightbox tool, which looks like this. And whatever is selected all the stuff that is the same color
Yeah.
is selected as well.
It's
So,
like turning contiguous off in Photoshop when you select things.
yeah,
There seems
basically.
to be something missing from her.
Yeah, that's because I changed only the flats and not the depth.
Mhm.
I forgot to change the depth.
Yeah.
That's gonna be annoying, but we'll not. Maybe we don't have time to correct that now. This character I think needs to be this color. And now I'm just gonna look at the colors that I already used, just to make sure that I'm using the same colors, and I'm gonna open it in a different window. You're not gonna see it, but I'm gonna see it. And yeah, so I think her hair is like the orange color. Her shirt is also orange.
Yeah, more bright, maybe a little bit.
Orange. And by the way, I'm only using 5 colors for the entire image because I'm using the same colors for each scene in the book.
Yeah.
And it's also just to help the reader understand better what's going on. Okay, so the characters I think are basically done. This is supposed to be orange. His jeans are blue. And this is supposed to be orange as well. Yeah, I think with the character, we're basically more or less on this. Okay, this is what. This is blue. Do I have another reference? I have another reference here. Yeah, her shoes are blue. Okay. So for the backgrounds, I usually do like here, I've done the buildings, like every building is kind of different a little bit. I feel like this is a bit too dark here, and I feel like we need some variety here a little bit. But it mostly came out okay. Even if it was done like sort of automatically by the gradient map. But the backgrounds looks fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on the background, but I want to start with the characters first because I want to show the way I do the coloring style. Sometimes I just put a layer of one color over the background just to make it a little bit more
uniform.
Yeah. Okay, we'll start with the. I usually start with the skin because it's the most. It's the thing that people see first. And now I'm gonna duplicate the layer of the flats. And I'm gonna start marking areas and do like a basic cell shading for the characters. And I usually think of a light source, but because the style of the book is very graphic, it's not that important to me to be like accurate in a physical way. It's more like to give a specific feeling, but it's easy to like choose a direction and start like doing the shadows. So I'm thinking about like the top right is gonna be the
Light source.
light source, more or less.
Like a directional light.
Yeah, just to simplify the process. By the way, I can hide the selection, and it's easier to see like that the different. It's just easier to see it. I think it's a bit confusing to see it with a selection on.
Yeah, I always hide selection when I'm working on something.
So the top lip, if the light source is above,
Yeah.
the top lip is gonna be dark and the bottom lip is gonna be
Mm-hmm.
light.
Yeah.
Because this face up and this face down.
Yeah.
Faces. Just a little bit indication of the shadows of the glasses here. This is gonna be dark, all this area. Sometimes I start with dark and then I go over it to get to the bright. Again, because I forgot here to change the depth map.
Right.
That's the reason it's bright here. But I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna fix it later. So I think I need to bring back a little bit here of the ear.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Maybe to indicate that the light is just touching this area as well. Maybe a little bit of this. This is too much. Something like this.
Jamie asks if you have a favorite comic whose coloring you really like. So I guess like either an artist or a book. Aside from the ones that we went over in the beginning.
Yeah, coloring is hard. I really like Lee's work. He's done a lot of comic work. Lee Luridge is the colorist I'm working with now. He also has like a very graphic, more graphic style. But obviously Mobius, all his stuff is very interesting. His coloring choices are always interesting. And I just showed also JoJo's. That's another example.
Yeah.
Who else? I'll think about it. So Tomer and Asaf Hanuka also.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do, so this is the same direction. I'm gonna do this the opposite. I'm gonna start with the darks and choose the light area.
Yeah.
This has to be a little bright. And maybe I'm gonna do a Rembrandt triangle here.
Oh, what?
Rembrandt triangle.
What's a Rembrandt triangle?
The way Rembrandt used to do light on a face.
Oh, I've never heard of that before.
I will show you.
Is this like a well-known thing?
Yeah.
Like if I stop someone on the street and I say, what's a Rembrandt triangle, would they know what I'm talking about?
I don't know, but here, that's like this.
Oh, well, it's just like indicating the cheek shape.
Yeah, but it's a specific light that he used a lot in his drawings. Like this. You see it here?
Yeah.
And here.
So it's like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde lighting. If you cover half of the face, we talked about it once on the stream.
Yeah.
If you cover half the face, it looks like an evil character, and if you cover the other half, it looks like a good-natured character.
My actual, like it's the way I color usually doesn't really make a lot of sense, like in like physical way.
Yeah.
So it's not really I don't think what is happening here, like it
doesn't mimic a physical
yeah, but
lighting
I like
setup.
when not really, but I really like when there's a lot of changes, variety in the shadows.
Right.
That it's not always the same.
Yeah.
No, like this.
Yeah, it looked like he had 4 nostrils.
Yeah. Okay, basically he's in mostly in shadows here, so I'm gonna do so it's gonna look something like this, the triangle thing. Because it's like a shadow of the nose is here.
Yeah. And then the end of the shape of the cheek ends also in the opposite direction, so you get a
Yeah.
triangle.
Just helps to indicate volume, like the volume of the shapes. So I don't do something that is really like weird for coloring.
Like
It's not gonna be like very eccentric or like the usually you understand where the light is coming from more or less, but it's not really realistic or anything like that.
What about the inside of the mouth on this character?
It's a different. Oh, I'm gonna do it dark.
Yeah, it makes
Like
more
this.
sense. See, people, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, I basically start with the skin and then I go over the rest of the clothing and all the other stuff. Like now I only can, if I do like colors here, it doesn't do anything, only on the skin. And that's why the flat layer.
It looks like the ink is missing on the shoe there. There's no outlines.
Oh, because it's black.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
black.
I see. It's just one color.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be the same darkness as this, so I'll need to go over it later, and like it's now on the skin layer, so I can do it, but I'm gonna go over it later, and it's gonna be the same
Darkness.
as this. It's yeah, it's like I do it like very automatically.
I've noticed that you don't undo. You don't use undo a lot.
No.
You kind of just go with whatever feels right.
Yeah, because I can correct it. It's easy because I can do like choose. I do selection of this area and do this.
Yeah.
I don't need to undo everything. I just need, if I need just a small correction,
Like
I made
this.
a mistake.
Yeah, it was the wrong color.
It was the wrong color. Again,
yeah.
it's the wrong color. I don't know why. And I do, on the hands, I sometimes I do like shapes like this. It just helps to indicate that there's
musculature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks more natural.
So here her face is gonna be in the shadow mostly.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it dark, and I'm gonna do just a little bit of shadows of the braids here and the axe. And this is probably gonna get some light. Just a little bit here. And maybe we'll bring back a little bit of light from the other side. I don't want her entire face to be in the shadows, so I'm trying to bring back a little bit of it. just to make it pop just a little bit. It's too much here. Undo. I did.
Yeah, but
I
it doesn't
undo.
happen often.
No. Maybe the jaw here is gonna be a little bit. And the muscles here, it's a female, but she's supposed to be very strong.
Yes, she's a
So
climber.
yeah.
For her upper body strength is her upper body is very developed.
Yeah.
So climbers tend to have huge forearms, fat fingers, not
Yeah.
always, but a lot of the time. And the shoulders are also bigger because when you do a lot of climbing and do not add any supplementary exercises, you tend to have a very strong upper body and fingers and forearms. And then back as well, core. But the legs tend to be less developed. So it
Yeah.
doesn't look like a bodybuilder necessarily, because bodybuilders, the muscle type is different.
Yeah.
The muscle density is different.
It's like hidden muscles.
Yeah, it's more hidden
You
muscles.
basically mostly see them when they flex.
Right. So I think bodybuilders do, many times they do short reps with very heavy weights. And so it tends to, when the muscle rips, it tends to rebuild itself in a less dense way. But climbers have like sustained intensity over long periods of time. And so the muscle tends to build back more dense. It's a different type of structure.
Yeah, but I try to like indicate the muscles with the lines that I already did with the inking. Sometimes it's nice to bring back the light from the other side just a little bit. Makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bouncing light or just a little bit of light that comes from the other side. And that leg here is gonna be something like this. And then we have the other leg. Again, this is mostly gonna be in the shadows, so it's only this part is gonna be with light, just a little bit here. And moving on.
I think the outline color for the pants is almost lost on us. I don't know if that's your intention.
Which one here?
Yeah, so the blue and the purple, only when you really zoom
it's
in.
gonna be dark. It's gonna be lighter, and maybe the pants are gonna be darker.
Darker, right?
I'm
yeah.
gonna play with it. Just.
Yeah. So you're just putting in you've just put in the light and shadow. Well, basically the shadow for all the skin areas on the 2 pages.
Okay, but here I think I made a mistake because he's supposed to be like this side is gonna be
brighter.
bright.
Oh no, there goes the Rembrandt triangle.
No, but it's gonna come back here because this is the dark side, right? It's gonna be here.
But wait, if he's facing to screen left,
the light is coming from
here. How is it hitting his cheek?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the light that comes from the other side.
Right. Okay. So you're also thinking about bounce light.
Yeah.
So that's important to take into account.
I'm thinking about it, but I'm thinking about design mostly.
Right.
Like it's mostly design than realistic depiction of light sources and stuff like that. Even though I do think about that, I try to do stuff that is not unrealistic, like completely. But still, it's mostly about design than actual lighting.
Yeah. How much of your process do you think, when you're coloring at least, is sort of trial and error? And how much feels just like a flow state? If you had to give a percentage, like what would be the percentage of trial and error that you go through a page when doing coloring.
A lot. You see it here.
Yeah, I just saw you do it now, but usually whatever you put down, you keep most of what you initially put down. Like your intuition is already developed.
Yeah, I think it's probably 40% trial and error.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of it. And you can't like choose, it's almost impossible to do the correct thing like at the first go.
Mm-hmm. I just noticed that this
hard.
character in the middle of the double spread, the hair is also pink.
Yeah, it's just because I forgot to correct it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's separate.
Mm-hmm.
So I can correct it now. It's supposed to be blue.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna choose again the
Skins.
skin and hide the selection.
So this is like a mini tutorial.
It is.
Yeah. Do you want to say the name of the app that you're using or no?
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because it's all the same. I think Photoshop can do it. But I'm using Clip Studio.
Yeah.
Which is cheaper.
Cheaper and more geared towards illustration, comics,
yeah,
graphic design.
Okay, so this side is gonna be mostly bright, right? But only sometimes I can use the bucket fill because it's faster.
Do you usually attack the screen with your stylus like that?
Attack? Why?
You were like, Phil, you stabbed at the screen.
No. I'm very delicate with my Wacom.
It's true. So whenever I use pens or pencils on paper, I leave an indentation in the paper. Like I'm better than I used to be, but back in the day, I just used to like rip the paper because I'd be pressing so hard, and it's not necessary to press that hard.
It's even worse than not pressing hard.
It is.
It mostly hurts
your arm too. Yeah, your hand.
Yeah, and the art looks. I think it looks worse with.
Definitely, especially in the page rips.
Not even if the page rips, it just makes it more stiff.
Yeah, I think even someone commented once, like, the color is supposed to be on the page, not in the page, right?
Who told you?
I don't remember who it was.
It's not very
Someone
nice.
at school, I think. Yeah. It's okay. It made me more conscious of what I was perpetrating on paper.
Like the nostrils, for example, it's like a bounce light from below or something like that.
Yeah.
Because usually it's dark.
Yes.
Right? But I like the variation.
Mm-hmm. It just helps the mind to pick out the shapes more easily.
Yeah.
Or it's like it could also be a really, really tiny eye.
Inside the nose.
Well, on the nose, yeah.
On the nose.
Because just try to imagine that for a minute.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
You don't like it?
A nose inside the
nostrils?
An eye inside the nose?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, wouldn't you want some people to, as long as they didn't have to suffer for it, wouldn't it be more interesting if some people had eyes on like their knees, their elbows, like insects? Some insects have light sensing apparatuses on their.
How would you go to sleep, for example? If you're tired, can you turn it off if you want?
Yeah, they have eyelids. Well, not for insects, but we would have eyelids. So there would be like a nostril and well, I guess then you couldn't breathe through your nose, right? But maybe just a second nose with eyes instead of nostrils.
Okay.
It's like wearing two baseball caps stacked. Just have two noses stacked.
Okay. Not against it.
Okay.
Okay, so.
This is such a cool pose.
Yeah.
The falling.
jumping more.
Is there any base diving in?
Yeah, there's actually a complete scene with base jumping.
Is it this scene?
No, it's
Okay.
not. It's not this. So here there's a little bit of shadow from this part of the leg here. So
Yeah.
like this, and I'm gonna just bring back a little bit of light from the other side here.
And maybe bounce light we're in the knee armpit. Do that a little bit, just
No,
like a
because this is
sliver.
gonna be, it's basically ambient occlusion. This,
Mm.
if it will be, I can show you if it,
No, not in the middle, just closer to the edge.
yeah, but this is supposed to be like in shadow here.
I meant
From-
like that way, just this little triangle. Would that look good?
No, but
No.
then the shape is gonna be weird. So
Yeah. So
it's all about design. It's
I'm used
mostly
to
about
having
shapes.
lights and shadows be generated for me. I do obviously think about light directions and temperature, and I move the lights around and I look for something that is aesthetically appealing. But I'm used to the 3D program generating the result for me and then me critiquing the result.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think about the shape of the shadow unless there's a good reason to think about it beforehand. Let's say I am working on a commercial for a specific product and the product has a very simple shape.
Yeah.
I would think about the shape of the shadow in that case.
Yeah.
But if it's a complex object, I just let the computer do the heavy lifting.
But you choose the light source.
Definitely. You choose the light source, the temperature, the direction, the type of processing. So if it's global illumination on, you get bounce light and extra computation, obviously. Yeah. How directional is the light? How is there a penumbra effect? Like how diffuse is the light? What's the temperature in the shadow of color? You know, all of those things are, everyone who does visual design has to, well, doesn't have to, but it would behoove them to know the rules in order to break them in a better way.
Yeah. No, for me it's mostly about design. Like I need the shapes to be appealing. Otherwise it looks weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I do use the lines that I already drawn in the, no, this looks weird.
But I like the fact that you don't necessarily follow your inner lines when you design the light and shadow. Yeah. So it's like sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it breaks away mid-shape.
Yeah.
So that's also another layer of variation. Yeah, like there.
It helps to indicate muscles mostly.
Yeah.
But it needs to be visually appealing. It's more important than whatever the light source is coming from or stuff like that. Because nobody that reads the comic itself is gonna think about the light source. It's not something
I don't think that people would necessarily stop and think to themselves, I don't like this. This object shouldn't be lit in this way. Like they're not, that's not what they're thinking about, is what I think what you're saying.
They don't think about like
the physicality of it.
Yeah, they think about if it looks good or not.
Anyway, the characters are stylized, so their bodies make less sense. The things that they do sort of make less sense physically. Yeah.
So this part is gonna be in the shadow because it's facing down. I'm gonna bring a little bit of light.
Do you ever use horror lighting?
What?
Horror lighting?
Like scary stuff? Like what do you mean?
Use there's a type
from below?
Yeah, lit from below.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So if it's like a really dramatic shot, is that when you would tend to go more towards?
Yeah, if it makes sense. in some way if I thought about it in advance.
I would say that your stories don't really tend to have
Horror.
gore or horror at
Yeah,
all.
that's right.
And
Because
it's the same for my art
it's
too.
not interesting.
I'm not.
I don't find it interesting.
I mean, yeah, it is interesting, but not to me. I understand what people see in it
Oh yeah, for sure.
for sure. Like
Yeah.
horror is very understandable why people would enjoy it. It's just not my
Yeah, it's not
cup of
mine.
tea.
It's not
I
mine
I
as
would
well.
rather be laughing or intrigued
Yeah.
or
It's
even under like even suspense is better than fear for me when I'm watching something or like disgust. So gore is not really my thing either.
yeah, mine as
And
well.
actually, gore is something that I understand less the attraction to than horror, than being
Yeah.
scared. I understand being scared, like even roller coasters, things like that. But I mean,
Yeah,
I do cliff climbing, so
yeah, but
I
it's
get
not.
it.
It's not horror.
It's not horror, but there's a
It's
fear.
more. It's
There's a
more
fear
action.
element in it.
No, but it's more action. It's more like adventure action.
When you climb really high, like long routes that are pretty high.
It's gonna be horror only if your rope is.
No, I didn't say.
there
I'm not saying
and-
horror. I said fear. There's some fear involved in
Yeah,
climbing really
fear.
high.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes there is more fear than other times. Like, let's say if you know that you're making a conscious decision to do something that's a little bit more dangerous, but you have a good reason to do it,
Yeah.
you feel more fear in that moment until it's resolved.
Yeah.
So I'll just give an example. I'm not saying like obviously I don't free solo. I'm climbing. I lead the rope, but let's say you have to for a short moment step over the rope with your foot. So the rope is between. I'll say that like the rope is under your leg, so that if you slip in that moment and you fall, the rope's gonna flip you, and then potentially you like slam into the cliff face upside down.
Yeah.
So that's not a good thing.
No.
So if you are working really hard to get a move done, sometimes you don't have the energy or the balance to place your foot in the correct position. So you will make a conscious decision to temporarily step over the rope, and then when you can, you fix it as soon as you can.
Yeah.
And then that's scary to me.
Yeah, of course.
Especially because one of those times where I made the conscious decision, it was like sandstone, the texture, the rock type, and the hold decided to crumble underneath my fingertips. It was like a crimp, a very non-deep hold, just with the first knuckle, like this part of the finger.
Yeah.
And then the rope flipped me. So nothing dangerous happened, but it was just scary.
Sounds dangerous.
It wasn't dangerous. I was wearing a helmet. I was tied into a rope. I got some rope burn on my leg, whatever. I just stopped climbing in shorts after that. Just started climbing only with long pants.
Yeah.
Because that could have been mitigated by a great extent, to a great extent.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, sometimes the small, like these are very small on the page.
Happy Monday, Jillian. Nice to see you.
These are very small on the page.
Yeah.
So I still do the shadows here, but it's gonna be maybe like less precise.
Right.
I'm still gonna do the shadows because it's not, if it's very, very small on the page, I only leave it with the flat colors, and I think that's enough. But these are not as small.
I'm thinking that probably what you're doing now is like a refreshing change to people who watch the videos.
Yeah.
Both viewers of the live stream
Yeah.
and also people who watch it back later on when it's not live anymore.
Yeah, that's the reason I thought about doing it.
I think it's cool. I mean,
mostly I do the inking. So I thought that maybe at least once I'll do coloring.
yeah.
I was thinking about maybe doing sketching, but the sketching phase is more, I need my brain to work
It'll
So
be
it's
harder for
harder
you
to
to
speak,
have a conversation and do
even
that.
though I've done it once, but it was simple.
Yeah.
It was like one character, and my
Mhm.
comic pages are more complex.
Didn't you do it on Comic Art Fans?
Yeah,
I
I've done
think
it
once,
once.
right?
Yeah, with
It was like sketch cards or
Akira.
something. Yeah.
No, the Akira drawing. It was A4.
Oh yeah. Is that something that you're going to be doing again soon?
I'm gonna
Appearing
be
on.
yeah, I'm gonna be on the channel soon, but I
Okay.
don't really know when.
Okay.
It's gonna be tied with the release of the book, so
Jillian has a question.
yeah.
How can you tell that your values are right when working in color? So I guess they mean like that the amount of dark and light in the color, the value, is correct.
The value,
Yeah.
do you mean like the saturation?
No. Value
or
means
the
like how dark
the
and how light.
darkness?
Yeah. Value usually means in color theory how dark and how light the color is. Yeah. Not the saturation.
It's the same answer actually for the value or the saturation. It's
Yeah.
just I I don't have an answer actually. It's something that takes some time to develop, but and you play with it. I don't get the correct values like on the first go. It's a trial and error mostly. So I look at the entire image, and that's the reason I showed before that I have two separate layers, that if I turn them off, everything's going to be the same value. And if I turn the first one on, it's going to affect mostly the darker elements, like in the foreground elements, like the characters. And I have another layer, I'm gonna show it separately now, that's gonna affect the background more. So if it's 100%, it's like this, and as I go lower, it's gonna be less strong. And I just like eyeball it. Like this looks, maybe the background is too bright.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's gonna be, I'm gonna push it a little bit. Oops.
By the way, are they on the left screen left page?
Yeah.
This one. Are they standing on some kind of like cylindrical object?
Yeah.
Because I think that also, you're probably going to shade that to some extent.
Of course.
Yeah. So it's like you do end up shading.
I just start with the characters.
Because it tends to be the first thing that people look at.
Yeah, it's the most
so you
important
you want to get that down so that everything else matches
be
that,
affected
right?
by
Okay,
that.
yeah, I get that. That makes sense.
When I do the face, I just think about the choice I made in advance about the light source. And I also think about design.
Right.
And this is a mistake, for example, here. This is supposed to be skin color, and so these are things that I'm supposed to correct before I start drawing. It's mistakes of the flatter mostly.
Yeah.
Because you see that if I do it afterwards, it's more complex.
Yeah, I have to go over the same thing a few times.
Yeah.
I also work with color a lot.
I'm gonna do the triangle again.
Okay. And I can say, maybe I can add my own 2 cents to the answer.
Yeah.
And say that the way that I learned how to develop composition in regards to color and value is that an image should, like you said, it should look good and be captivating as a thumbnail.
Yeah.
So from far away. And it also should look good in black and white without changing the values, just desaturating everything.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is it should look good in black and white as a thumbnail. So easily readable,
Yeah.
understandable, interesting shapes. If you get more advanced, you can also start thinking about the shapes of your brights and your darks, point your eye in the next direction that it's going to look. So that's like leading the eye on the page.
Yeah, but again, we can ask the question, if you do everything, like you do the thumbnail and you look at the image in black and white, again, how do you know when you look at it at the black and white, how would you know if the
Okay,
values
I
are
have an
correct
answer
or
for
not?
that. So it's sort of like, you know
I think it's
how,
about storytelling for me.
so you know how you flip the image to get a fresh view on it?
Yeah.
I think that that's what thumbnails do
I
for
have
me
a tool
too.
for that, but
Yeah,
it's easy to do it here.
yeah,
So
yeah. So that I think that that's what thumbnailing or looking at the image zoomed way out does for me. It gives me a fresh perspective on the color values and
yeah,
saturation
it
and
does. It
hues and
does.
everything.
Yeah,
So
of course.
it's not that I do the same thing every time. It just gives me another perspective on the image.
Yeah.
So you actually have to gain experience and develop your taste over time. And your taste might not necessarily be my taste,
Yeah.
but at least it's going to develop the more you color things and the more you select values. And then it's just another tool, zooming out, zooming in, flipping the image, turning
Yeah.
all the color off and looking at it in black and white. These are all tools to help your brain get a fresh view of what you're working on.
But I'm gonna say something about specifically maybe about comics, maybe also about illustration, because I think the most important thing about related to colors about comics and illustration work is the storytelling. So for example, the most important thing is the color choices that I made. But again, you can think about storytelling at each scale of the drawing. So storytelling is also, if I look at in the entire image, I need to separate the stuff that is more important from the stuff that is less important. So this is storytelling basically.
Mm-hmm.
So here, for example, the characters here are darker, and you see that there's a clear separation between the characters and the backgrounds.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a question, another question from Jillian. Do you ever work in no-tan painting? I think that's the Japanese style where they first do the values and then, yeah, it says values first, then add hues. So you know what it's in reference to? Yeah, so do you ever do that?
No.
No, I don't either. I understand what it's for. I think it's cool, but I don't find myself ever working in that in a similar manner to
I
that.
want the image that I work on to be the closest to the final image.
Yeah.
The as fast as I can.
Yeah, you like
Then
working.
I can make corrections. So the coloring for me is mostly about design, as I
Right.
said before. So it's mostly about, it's like similar to sculpture, maybe. It's like doing a shape like I do now and changing it a little bit, like carving it a little
Yeah,
bit
it is
here
like
and there.
sculpture, I guess. I wanted to say that before when I saw you sort of like refining just the way that you're doing now, refining the edges of the lines.
Yeah, it's like sculpture. It's like,
it's additive and subtractive.
yeah,
It's all
doing
art.
something and then watching and seeing if it works or not, and then correcting it. But you need to do it pretty fast.
Yeah, and also another thing is if you're not sure about something, step away from it, do something else. When you
if you have time for it.
if you have time, if you have time for it, obviously. Like I'm talking about, if you have a deadline, go with your instincts. If you have time and you're not sure about what you're doing,
you know what, my theory is you need to work even if you don't have a deadline, it's better to do things fast as you can.
because yeah, I guess like the more experience you gain, if you do things fast, you're going to do more things, right?
Yeah.
In the same amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the more experience you gain, it helps you be more precise the next time you do it.
Yeah.
So you're like actually gaining multiple things when working fast.
Unless you do like I'm only talking about comics, right?
Yeah.
If you do like, I don't know, painting, it's not necessarily that important to be
Right,
fast.
right. So this is the portion of the live stream where we usually pause and take a look at what you've done today
Oh, really?
on the
That's it?
stream.
Is that it?
I know, it went by really quickly today. It's already been an hour and a half.
Just because I'm not used to coloring like on the stream.
True. It feels like you got so much done too. Like we're gonna take a look at just the flats and then what you've done so far with the lights and shadows and separation.
So, and by the way, it's easy even in Photoshop to add a layer and like a correction layer and just lower the saturation to 0
Right.
and just
Well,
show
in
it.
Photoshop, there's a node called black and white. Like you can just create a black and white filter
Yeah,
and
but
turn it on and
you
off.
can see in the black and white that it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
mostly it makes sense. Maybe the lines are a bit bright, but I can change it easily.
Yeah.
I can correct the curve just a little bit more
Yeah.
to make them just a little bit more dark.
And then you don't have any really dark areas in the image. Like there's nothing approaching black.
No, because I like it better like this.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it more
It
interesting.
makes it lighter, feel lighter.
Yeah.
Like
I might do only the panel borders in black just to make them pop a little more, and I probably gonna do the backgrounds in the panels maybe in a different color, maybe more blue here, just because they just mix too much with the background here. Again, it's all decisions that are related to readability and storytelling, because this mix too much with the buildings in the backgrounds and here as well.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to read it like
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like a mess now.
Right. And also all the pink areas are not, they don't have any deep shadows or details.
Any shadows or nothing. Yeah.
So
The backgrounds are, it's gonna look like this more. When this is very clear. You see the panels are different from the background here. It's very, you can read it easily. It's very understandable. You see the panels here and the panels here, and I do have some blacks here. I'm gonna maybe do them a little bit more blacks on the other one because
it should match a little bit.
Should match. And the other example was, where's the other? Oh, it's here. So the other one is this one. Again, you see the panels are, the backgrounds are blue as opposed to the pink here.
Right.
It's very clear. You have to understand it because you see it. People read very, very fast comics. So it needs to be clear. One panel. So it's gonna look like this here as well. Like the panels are gonna be a different color.
Yeah.
And the borders, I'm gonna do them. Actually, let's try just to make the lines darker, like the other image. Yeah, it works. Makes it even pop more.
Can we take a look at the flats before you started
Sure.
working on color? Just the flats as they were without depth or anything. Yeah. Just to see the difference. Yeah. So here you can see these are just the areas.
The flats, and this is the depth.
Depth, yeah.
Like without the lines, this is the depth. This is the flats.
Yeah.
Lines. And with everything else, looks like this for now. But I think I have another maybe 2 hours to finish it, more or less.
Very cool. Thank you for joining us today, and please join us again next time. Yeah. We really enjoy it when you stop by, watch the live stream, chat with us in the chat. So keep on doing that. like and subscribe to the video. It really helps us out with the algorithm. And also send this channel to any friends or family that you think would be interested in it.
Yeah.
Thank you again for joining us. We'll see you next week. See you later, Jillian and Jamie and everyone
Next week,
else.
maybe I'll ink again.
Okay.
We'll see. I might maybe at some point do sketching.
Yeah.
But we'll see, because it's harder for me to do the sketching and talk at the same time, but
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
See you, everybody.
See ya.
Thank you.
See you next time. Happy